Morris Law doesn't just have offices in South Carolina. We live here. We drive the same roads, we eat at the same restaurants, and we're in your community. We're committed to helping our neighbors when they need it most. Get a local law firm that knows your streets and has real experience standing up for the people of South Carolina. For us, it's bigger than billboards and catchy slogans. It's about you. Hurt, get Morris. Call us now and let us help you.
Welcome into Springsbrook Stadium. This is Coastal Carolina Baseball's First Pitch Live, presented by Morris Law for the Coastal versus ECU series. I'm Haley Nitchie alongside Sam Wiederhaft and Jack DeLongshaw. Guys, let's get a vibe check. This is one of the most highly anticipated series of the weekend. It's the regional rematch, and it's also spring break here in Conway. Sam, you were actually here for the regional. Just talk about that and how important this game is today.
I will say that 2025 Conway Regional was immaculate, with Coastal Carolina winning the whole thing. We got not only one, but two games between Coastal and East Carolina, and I go back to that first one, the Colby Thorndike Grand Slam in the 7th inning that broke the game open. Coastal ended up winning that one 18-7. They took down the Pirates one day later, a 1-0 final, but it was just so special. It's everything you want out of college baseball, and I think we're going to see something similar to that here this weekend, especially on Friday night.
Jack, how are we feeling?
I think this has got super regional vibe to it, right? I know they played in a regional just a year ago, but for me, why this matchup is as important as it is, these are two of the very best fan bases in the country. I'm not pandering to Teal Nation or the Jungle. It's just a fact. When you see the resources that both of these administrations have poured into the sport of baseball, it's why that this game earns a pregame show. It's why this game has garnered as much national attention, because the Pirates and the Chanticleers, they've earned it, and I'm really excited to see Ethan Norby, one of the best arms in the country, versus Luke Jones, a true rising star in our sport.
Let's take a look at yesterday's press conference.
Yeah, I think we're feeling good right now. We're just focusing on each day, and right now we're planning for ECU on Friday, but the bats have been coming along, our pitching staff, we've been doing well, so we just need to continue stacking good days.
Yeah, I mean, it really does stink sometimes, because sometimes it feels like the ball, just doesn't roll the right way for us. I mean, defensively, we got some of the best infielders in the country, and sometimes we just don't get the right hops and whatnot. I mean, we got all the trust in the world in those guys. So, I mean, we're going to continue to put our faith in our infielders, because that's the strength of this team. And offensively, we're going to figure it out and string quality at bats together. I know we struggled a little bit, but I think, especially at Ole Miss and NC State, I think we're in a good spot right now and to move forward. Yeah, it's just making adjustments day by day. I think early on in the season, I was a little late with my timing and not kind of anticipating my pitch and my swing. And the last 2 weeks, I've made a ton of adjustments in practice and in the box, and it's kind of paid off. So I feel on time right now. I feel good. My swing feels great. I'm just excited to get more at bats.
Sir, they're both. I mean, we all know the teams we're playing have been very good, and we know the teams we're going to play are going to be very good. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter who's in the other dugout. It matters what's going on in our dugout and how we execute.
Oh, it's awesome. It's going to be a cool matchup. I mean, we kind of know what we're getting into with Friday night with Norby. He had a good outing against us last year, so we're kind of excited to get the bats rolling against him hopefully this Friday. I mean, we've got some new guys, like you said, Colby Richardson, got freshman guys that are going to get some good opportunities. They got some good experience the last couple of weeks with some good teams. So this will definitely be a big one for us, a good test.
Well, heck, we're leaning on the whole staff. I mean, this is not all on Matt's shoulders. This is the whole coaching staff. I mean, at the end of the day, we need to score more runs too, which can, eliminate some of that stress on our pitchers and have some of those guys go out in a little bit less stress situation. So it's a combination. We win together, we lose together. I do feel like our infield defense is starting to come together. I think we're starting to make the plays that we expect our infield to make. I'm real impressed with what we've done behind the plate thus far. I mean, our two catchers have received the ball at a very high level. We're playing good outfield defense. We've been playing good outfield defense. So the defense part is a big part of it as well. We got to keep playing good defense, and then offensively, we've got to string together more quality at bats to be able to score more runs. Our offense has worked very hard of trying to work. I mean, you look at their batting average compared to the expected batting average. Rex Watson hits a ball 107 miles an hour. It's since 2019, Matt Pepin did the numbers. Since 2019, that ball goes out of the park 90% of the time. It's an out. on Tuesday night. So we are hitting some balls hard. January 1st, when I woke up on New Year's Day, those 5 freshmen are guys that we were really high on, but they were not going to get leverage innings at this stage, right? And now they're having to get those leverage innings. So they're learning a lot, and hopefully they're just going to put themselves in position where when they get in those positions moving forward, they're going to be more prepared. Yeah, I don't feel tension. I think it's extreme respect. Got a great program that's won at a very high level for a long time. So nothing but respect for East Carolina and what they've accomplished. And ultimately we know we got to play really clean baseball to beat them.
Jack, let's start with you. Coach talked about it. Baseball's a game of chance. You can't control the ball once it leaves the bat. Do you want to dive a little bit more into the analytics and batting average versus expected average?
Yeah, absolutely. I don't want to lose everybody at home, but as a career 231 hitter, XBA was massively important to me because I think count the kid that gets off to a slow start. You find a ton of barrels. A guy like Colby Thorndike, you look at just the box score, slow start for what many expected out of the big southpaw to have a massive year. It's 127-point batting average differential per 643 charts. And for those at home, don't let me baseball nerd you out. All that means is when that ball leaves the bat at 95+ miles per hour or greater, the odds of that finding grass really, really high. It has not been the case for Colby Thorndike and Walker Mitchell and others. I think this offense, per what we saw last year, is a team that puts a lot of quality at-bats together. And right now they've just been a bit unlucky. I loved Kevin Schnall's testament, He's going to ride his guys out. He's got a lot of trust in them, and there is a reason in that. And, well, Pet Analytics are helping prove it.
Sam, everyone knows the situation Coastal's in right now, the odds stacked against them. Just talk about how much trust Kevin Schnall has in his players.
Well, I think it was interesting what Kevin Schnall told us a few days ago was the fact that, everybody in that locker room knows right now the odds are stacked against them, right? You got the preseason pitcher of the year in Cameron Flukie out for a significant amount of time. Hayden Johnson, who is going to be that next starter, he's out for a long time. Dominic Carbone, one of the best closers in the country, he's out for the year. We haven't seen Ryan Lynch yet. So there's a lot of things on the pitching side of things that are going against Coastal right now, but you heard him just talk about it in the press conference with Scott and Bling, and they all trust each other to get the job done. Everyone has a certain job they have to do, and there's a lot of trust in that room right now to continue to play the way that they're playing, play Coastal baseball, and just get to a point where you can be competitive come Sun Belt tournament time. And Kevin Schnall mentioned that to us a few days ago as well, is the fact that, look, this weekend series, it's going to be great. It's going to be against a very quality opponent, and it's going to help them get primed for Sun Belt play come next weekend.
To take a look at the matchup, we're going to go to our next segment, Prep with Pep, with our Director of Analytics, Matt Pepin. Pep, we got a big series this weekend, Coastal versus ECU, the regional rematch. Just let's start with ECU. Where are their strengths going to be this weekend?
Yeah, so they got a good and young and experienced starting rotation. Friday guy, Ethan Normby, did a heck of a job last year against us, so our job's going to be to neutralize him, and then transfer from West Virginia on Saturday, and then a freshman on Sunday. All pretty good. They've gotten good length out of them so far. And then as an offense, they put the ball in play really well, so our job's going to be executing on defense and putting them away when we can.
Let's talk about Coastal. What are going to be their strengths in this matchup?
Yeah, so first is going to be our team defense. It's going to need to improve from where it's been, and with all the balls they put in play, we're going to need to execute defensively. And then offensively, I like where we're at. Our goal is going to be to get to their bullpen, get their starters out of the game, and do as much as we can in the bullpen. And then from our pitching staff, it's just going to be to get as much length as possible. Luke Jones, big night out of him tonight, trying to get as many innings as possible. And then a big bounce back from Ross Norman, going to be trying some new things with him, and we're looking to get him back on track and where we know he'll be as the year goes on.
Thanks, Pep.
Of course.
Sam, let's start with you. Talk about how important it's going to be for Coastal to get to ECU's bullpen, especially with today's starter.
I think it's the biggest thing for Coastal Carolina coming into this game. Ethan Normby is one of the best starting pitchers in the entire country, and we saw that on full display last time he faced Coastal Carolina almost 1 year ago to the day at ECU. How about 19 strikeouts? He struck out the first 9 Chanticleers that he faced and retired the first 18 batters in that order. Can Coastal get to him and work some more longer at-bats and drive that pitch count up so they can see a different look coming out of the bullpen? I think that's going to be very key for the Chanticleers to try and knock Normby out of this game.
Jack, we've got Luke Jones on the bump today. What do we need to see out of him?
Oh, man, the JL man graduated in his sophomore year. Dickie V last year, he would have called him type of dandy. But this year for Luke Jones, it's been that third pitch. Obviously, the fastball and the breaking ball. When he's been able to mix in that changeup for a strike, he's been almost unhittable. But for me, what stands out, I like the moxie. He pitches with confidence that throwing on a Friday against one of the best starters in the country, it ain't going to phase Luke Jones tonight.
All right, we've got a regional rematch going on here today, so the atmosphere is going to be insane. Sam, let's start with you. You were here actually for the regional last year, but what are some of the best atmospheres that you've been in?
Well, that's number one, no question. I mean, the Conway Regional, anytime you get to host a regional, it's a special moment, right? And the fans really come out for it. But when you get to host a regional against a team that's very close and a rival of yours, that's even more special. And we saw some really, really good games and some great crowds for the Conway Regional and Coastal versus ECU in the final 1 year ago. I think about the Coastal and Clemson game last season during the regular season. Coastal got the win there. Teal Nation really showed out for that game as well. But this one's going to rival that. I can guarantee you. There's been a lot of hype coming into this one, and especially Friday night. Coastal Carolina, the players have said it, right? There's no better place to be on a Friday night than Conway, South Carolina, and that's where we find ourselves here today.
And Jack, as a former college baseball player, what does playing in this kind of atmosphere do for you?
Well, it's hard, right? I mean, these are the nights that you dream of, frankly. But this idea of, like, it's cool to be, play with emotion, but don't want to get too emotional. This idea of not allowing the moment to get too big. And for me, like, you kind of feel the adrenaline when I woke up this morning. I get East Carolina and Coastal under the bright lights. There's the reason that everybody across the country has got this game highlighted. So from a player standpoint, I just think about whoever can slow the moment down. Listen to Kevin Schnall talk about, like, if you can reel this back from 150, you're probably already a bit sped up anyways. Whoever can come out and play calm, cool, and collected, puts themselves in the driver's seat, walk away victorious.
All right, to close things out, we're going to do our picks to click for this weekend. Who's going to be the guy of the weekend? I'll start things off for ECU. I think Gavin Van Kemp, he's their Saturday starting pitcher. He just had a good outing against Troy, and he's got good location on his ball. So I'm excited to see what he's going to do. And for Coastal, I've got today's starting pitcher, Luke Jones. I think he's definitely stepped into that role, being the Friday night guy, maybe not the spot he thought he was going to be in. And I think if Coastal's offense can back him up, we'll see a lot of confidence out of him on the mound. Sam?
Yeah, I want to go Coastal Colby Thorndike, right? You go back to his big grand slam, one of the biggest home runs in Coastal Carolina baseball history 1 year ago against ECU in the regional. He's got 4 career home runs. 2 of them are against ECU. And we talked about that expected batting average, right? Thorndike's real batting average should be a lot better. He's hitting the ball really hard, just trying to find some gaps with him. So watch for him on Coastal's side. And then how can you not watch Ethan Norby for ECU, right? One of the best pitchers in the entire country. Got off to a little bit of a slower start, but ECU feels a lot better about him now. He's having to navigate all that hype coming into his junior season, but he should be fun to watch tonight.
Love that. Yeah, I got my eyes on the middle infield. For East Carolina, listening to Coach Godwin in our interviews earlier this week, they love Matt Lashley at shortstop.
Yeah.
When they got him back about 2.5 weeks ago, he goes, it kind of fixed everything for us defensively. We stopped playing guys out of position, and all of a sudden, he brought this soothing force with the leather. But he swung it well. He's got some sneaky pop already with a homer on the year. If he can continue to hit, I believe he's in the 6 hole tonight. He provides an extra layer, I think, of comfort for that top of the lineup. But defensively is why I've got my eyes on Lashley. And for Coastal, I stay in the middle infield. Y'all, I hate to go chalk. But 7's going to get it rolling. Like Blake Barthol is as inevitable as ever. The swing looks smooth. We've talked about XBA and XWOBA far too much. Just know the numbers are true and try Blake Barthol with his approach. Look for him to hit baseballs to that backside left center field gap. That unlocks his swing. So I got Barthol, I got Lashley, and I'm ready to get this thing rolling, y'all. Let's go.
Yeah, you guys know this is a series you do not want to miss. So head on over to ESPN Plus for the first pitch at 6 o'clock, and we'll see you guys over there.